Happy Friday, Qsters. I hope you are all ready for the weekend. I know I am. We have a great game for you tonight. It is all about sitcom TV. So hopefully you guys are fans of some sitcoms because we've got some trivia coming your way. I'm your host, Audrey. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Audrey Reed Couch. And don't forget to follow at the Q Trivia on all social media. So what are you going to win tonight? Well, you have the chance to win $25. How do you win it? Well, there are 12 questions in the game, and you're going to have 13 seconds to type in your answer or 8 seconds to pick an answer when it is multiple choice. If you get the question right, you're going to advance on to the next round. If you make it to the final question and you get it correct, you are going to win or split that cash money. And to sweeten the deal, when you give your friends your referral code to sign up for the queue, both you and your friend get a free life to use. So make sure to share the queue with your friends right after the show. So I think we've gone through all the rules. What do you say? Let's get to the game. Bring on question number 1. We've got $25 on the line. For the first one, MASH takes place during what war? All right, Qsters. We are starting off easy, or at least I think we're starting off easy. I know we have some MASH fans in the house, so I know we are going to see most of you moving on to the next one. The show follows a team of doctors and support staff stationed during this war, but what war was it? It took place from 1950 to 1953, and if you weren't sure before, I'm sure you know now that MASH took place during the Korean War. That's right, the Korean War. It looks like we have some MASH fans in the house. I was right. Let's see how you do for this next one. We are going into question number 2. We want to know which sitcom opens with a shot of the main character heading down to the fishing hole. Is it Andy Griffith's show, Green Acres, or Gilligan's Island? All right, so do you recall the opening of these 3? I've seen Gilligan's Island and I've seen the Andy Griffith Show, but I've never seen Green Acres, so maybe I'll have to watch that soon. I used to watch Gilligan's Island all the time, but I don't recall the fishing hole in the opening scene, and it looks like most of our Qsters were on the money that time. It is the Andy Griffith Show. Great job, everyone. You are doing amazing so far. Keep it up as we move on to question number 3. So for this next one, we want to know, after Friends ended, Jennifer Aniston made her return to TV on what show? Okay, so the show that she is on right now is not a sitcom, but we had this question because Jennifer Aniston is in one of the most popular sitcoms of all time, Friends, but now she is on what show? She stars alongside Reese Witherspoon and Steve Carell. It is a drama series. Do you know it? It is super popular. It only has 1 season though, but it won an award. Jennifer Aniston won for Best Performance in a Drama Series. So what is this show called? It looks like we have some familiar Qsters. It is called The Morning Show. That one tripped up some of you, but it looks like we have quite a few still in the game as we move on to question number 4. So for this next one, we are going to talk about Friends. How many times did Ross Geller get divorced on Friends? All right, we have to have a Friends question, of course. I mean, some might say it is the ultimate sitcom television show. I know it's one of my favorites. So anyone else remember how many times he got divorced? It's actually quite a few times. If you ask me, if you get divorced more than once, that's quite a lot. And this guy got more, not once, not twice, but how many times did he get divorced? He got divorced 3 times in the 10 seasons of the show. So if you ask me, that is quite a lot. It looks like we've got some Friends fans in the house, as I suspected. But hey, let's go back to MASH for this next one, right? I think we got a lot of MASH fans in the house, so let's go back. So for this next one, we want to know, what does the M stand for in MASH? Okay, so have you ever thought about what those 4 letters stand for? Well, I personally haven't. I never seen the show, so this one might trip up some of you. But hey, keep in mind that it took place during the Korean War. So think about that for a second. You could use your wheel and figure it out. What are you thinking? It looks like we've got some answers rolling in. MASH stands for the Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. So that makes the answer here mobile. And we are officially at the halfway point of the game, Qsters. You've made it halfway there. Keep it up. You're doing great. For the next one, we want to know what it's on. Okay, he only made a guest appearance on this show once, and hopefully you don't get it confused with another show that he appeared on for 2 episodes. It was a crossover episode, so 2 shows came together, but we are talking specifically about one show that had Steve Urkel on for 1 episode. It was in season 4, and it was called Stephanie Gets Framed. It was on January 25th, 1991. Steve Urkel appeared on Full House. And it looks like we do have some Qsters who got that one right. That was a little trickier, but hey, you've made it past the halfway point. That means you are 1 step closer to that cash prize. Now we are going to talk about New Girl. So in New Girl, what is the name of Winston's cat? Is it Fernando, Ferguson, or Fabio? So if any of you Qsters have seen New Girl, if you know you love it, but if you haven't seen it, you're totally missing out. The show is hilarious. The characters are so lovable. It's a show I can always turn to. If I'm bored, turn it on. It's fantastic. But what is the name of Winston's cat? What is the cat's name? It looks like most of you got this one right. The cat is named Ferguson. Great job, Qsters. That one was about New Girl. That was multiple choice, so maybe a little bit easier. Let's keep moving. We are at question number 8, and we are back to talking about Friends. We want to know, what is Chandler Bing's middle name? Okay, Friends fans, you got this. This one is a little bit trickier, but Chandler Bing, I think we should have probably asked what is his job? Does anyone know what job he has? This was a pretty big punchline throughout the season, so luckily we didn't throw that one at you. That one is tricky. We are just wanting to know what his middle name is. It starts with an M and it ends with an Uriel. Yep, put it together and you got his middle name. It's Muriel. Yep, quite a weird name, but it looks like we've got some Qsters who nailed that one. So we want to know for the next one, question number 9. We are going to talk a little bit of an older show. Where did Greg Brady live during the last season of The Brady Bunch? So Greg Brady is the oldest of the Brady children, and the poor guy didn't get his own bedroom to himself until the very last season. But hey, with 6 kids, you gotta make do, right? So he finally got his own bedroom, but in what room did they turn his into a bedroom? Is it the attic, the garage? What do you think? I see a lot of those options on the board, but it looks like we've got lots of our Qsters that are moving to double digits because the answer here is the attic. Yes, he got his room finally by himself in the attic. All right, double digits, question number 10, and we are going back to another older show, so get ready. What was Kenny's nickname on The Cosby Show? Okay, Kenny is Rudy's childhood friend, and Kenny says he wants to marry Rudy until he realizes she won't cook for him. Bummer, right? He appeared in 32 episodes, so he was a pretty known character. So if you've seen the show, you should know what Kenny's nickname is. Let's see how many Qsters will be moving on to the semifinal round. Yep, that's right. We are so close to the end, and you guys are doing so great. So what is this guy's nickname? You got it. They call him Bud. Great job, everyone, and you are 1 step closer. I want to crown some winners tonight, so let's see how you do. We are talking about one of the ultimate sitcoms. We talked about Friends, and now we have to talk about Seinfeld, of course. So what candy did Kramer drop while watching a medical procedure in Seinfeld? Was it Kit Kats, Milk Duds, or Junior Mints? You didn't think we could get through the whole game without a Seinfeld question, did you? Of course not. Seinfeld is a major sitcom, so of course we've got to mention it. There was a bit of controversy around this famous episode. M&M's and Lifesaver turned Seinfeld down when looking for a candy to use. So the candy in the episode is also the title. So my true Seinfeld fans know that it is Junior Mints. Yes, Junior Mints. And now we are at the final question of the night. You get this next one and you're taking home the prize money. Get ready for question number 12. What sitcom features a character by the name of Brick? Okay, here we are. How many of you know this? We are looking for the title of the show. So does the name Brick ring a bell to you? The show aired in 2009, and it didn't have its final episode until 2018. So with 9 seasons, you could say it had a great run. And for it being so popular, I actually don't know very much about this show and I've never seen it. So here's to hoping my Qsters are more familiar with the show than I am. It looks like time is up. And I think we're going to have some winners tonight because the answer here that we're looking for is the middle. Great job, Qsters. Congratulations. If you missed out that time, hey, don't worry. We have another chance for you to win some money tonight at 8:30. So make sure you tune in for another chance to win some cash. And hey, I'll be seeing you next week. But until then, thanks again to all of you for playing. Have a wonderful weekend. Go out and get some sun, and I'll catch you later.